Thank you, ladies. And last but not least, we have our officials, we have our refs. So as they make their way to the front for the skate out, we have got Mr. Fox, Soul, Genocide, Deadeye, Sarcotic, Mitochondria, and Paddywhacker. So with that team, we should be looking pretty strong. We should have some strong reffing. So thank you to our officials, to our NSOs and our refs for helping make this game today possible. Big thanks to NZMRD for coming and playing and making a big day out of it. Gives Gideon another chance to play some derby. So we're getting ready to start the first jam. And we've got Cuzzy jamming for Dead End and Major Pain jamming for NZMRD, who, probably to make it easier on myself, I will probably call the men, because it is a team of men. 5-second call. And Cuzzy is through the pack first, followed closely by Major Pain. Black, which is Dead End, is trying to get in front of White, which is the men. And the jam has been called off before either team is able to score any points. So first jam, and we are at 0-0. Next up we have Sonic jamming for Dead End and Friends, and Nobody jamming for the men. Ooh, Sonic taking a bit of a tumble there. Nobody doing some beautiful toe stop work. Sonic's been recycled back. Nobody's trying to push out at the front. Ooh, takes a tumble as well. And he's been recycled all the way back to the midway. Sonic is through the pack first, but she's been given the not lead signal. Although Sonic should be the lead, seeing as she was through the pack first. So not too sure what's happening there. And Nobody's been given lead jammer status. Sonic is pushing her way out while Nobody takes a tumble. Sonic through the pack. Nobody also through. And Nobody doing a bit of blocking on Sonic just to keep her at bay. Nobody through the pack for another 4 points. Looking a bit tired there, a bit jaded. Sonic's doing really well. She's been recycled back. And that is the end of the jam. So the NZMRD team on 8, Dead End on 5. We've got Vengeful jamming for the men. And it looks like 4-3 jamming for Dead End, which is Psychedelicat. Star pass looking for Psychedelicat. And she's been recycled all the way back. Vengeful is through. He's been given lead jammer status, and he's already on his scoring pass. He's scored 4 points, and he's coming around for some more. Vengeful doing some good toe stop work. Psychedelicat takes a really good hit, but she continues through for 4 points. And Vengeful calling off the jam. And we've got Menace lining up for Dead End and Friends, and Major Pain for the men. Filthy trying to do some offense to help out his jammer. And Major is through first. He's been given lead jammer status. Menace has been recycled all the way back, but she's jumped back on, takes a big hit from Wild Buck. Does a cheeky little whip off Filthy, which is not really allowed to do off the opposing team. Takes a bit of a tumble. Major Pain also going to ground, but he's okay. He gets back up and goes down again. Major Pain's through on the inside line for 4 more points. Menace is still fighting her way through. She's looking to take off her panty. There we go. She's taken it off. She's looking to do a star pass. But she won't. Meanwhile, Major Pain has gotten another 4 points. Still got 45 seconds of this jam remaining. And there has been a star pass now. Star pass has gone to Shotty, I believe. Number 1-3. That is Shotty indeed. Well done by Shotty, making her way through. And Major Pain making it look almost too easy, taking that inside line. So a good rack up of points there. 20-point jam for Major Pain. That puts NZMRD on 38. Dead End still on 9. Not scoring any points from that jam. We've got a timeout for White. That's the NZMRD team. So this Dead End team is a mix of Dead End players as well as Swamp City players. So the Swamp City players who are playing for this team are Menace, Madonna, Kazi and Sonic. Missy Tedor was going to be playing, but is no longer playing this this game. So all of the rest of the players are Dead End players. So they're doing really well, these guys, considering that you know, they've already played a hard game today. Now they've got to go out and play against the men. So 2 hard games for them. But looks like everyone's enjoying themselves on track and on the benches. And that's the timeout over. So we've got 1 in the box for each team. And we've got Cuzzy lining up as well as Nobody. 5-second call. And Nobody slipping through on the inside line. It looked like Dead End were trying to do a bit of a suck back manoeuvre on Nobody, but they just mistimed it, and he was able to read it and sneak through on the inside. So he's coming around now for his scoring pass, and he goes through for 4 points. Cuzzy's still trying, but she looks like she's been assessed a cut penalty, so she's actually on her way to the penalty box. So she'll sit there for 30 seconds, which means it's power jam situation for the men. Oasis takes a little tumble. 4 more points for Nobody. Oh, unlucky to Evil trying to get a good hit on Nobody, but just mistimed slightly. Cuzzy's back on track now after serving her 30-second penalty. Nobody hitting the dead end wall hard. And he's been run back by Chop Chop. Cuzzy pushing out the team white, and she is through. But not before the jam ends. So a 16-point jam there for Nobody. One in the bin for the men. And we've got Vengeful and Sonic having a little play together on the jam line. Vengeful taking the outside line. He's your lead jammer. Sonic doing some lovely toe stop work. But she's been assessed a penalty, and she's off to the penalty box. So a power jam situation again for the men, this time with Vengeful as the jammer. And he's pushing his way through. He's doing well to stay up on his feet, but he did take a little tumble there. Looks a little bit messy out there. And it looks like everyone's going down. Filthy taking a couple of players down with him. Vengeful's being recycled back on the back of Madonna. Sonic's back on track, and Vengeful calls off the jam before Sonic is able to score any points. Dead End's taking the pivot line. So we've got Major Pain and Menace jamming for each team. Menace doing well to push her way through the men. She's going for the links. She's almost through. Oh, it takes a little tumble though. Major Pain is throwing himself left, right and centre. Tries to go under the arms of McBain there. Both jammers still trying to make their way through the pack, but Major Pain gets through first. He's been called lead jammer. Oh, Menace doing well on the outside there, but she's been tracked very well by Zero. But she's made it through. Not lead though, but she is through. Major Pain, meanwhile, is calling off the jam, and he scored himself 1 point. So we've got Nobody jamming against Shotty by the looks of it. And we've got a timeout for Black for Dead End, who I just want to say have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 players on their team. I don't know if that's legal, but it doesn't really matter. It's a fun game anyway. A good chance for the men to work on their endurance. I believe they've only got 11. They do, only 11. "15 seconds to go in this timeout." So the NZMRD team are from all over the country. They've got players who hail from Christchurch all the way up through to Northland. So it's good to see that they've come out today. I recognise quite a few of the guys from sort of around the area: Whanganui, New Plymouth, Manawatu, Levin. So we've got Nobody and Shotty. Shotty's through first. Citra tries to stop her, but unable to do so. Nobody's fighting his way through. Some good offense from Citra and Filthy. Shotty calling off the jam. Was Nobody able to get any points? No, doesn't look like it. So we've got Kamikaze and Vengeful lining up to jam. Not really sure what's happening here. I think they're just looking at the board because there should be some points on the board there for Dead End that have not been counted. So an official timeout while we get this sorted. There we go. Got some points up on the board there. 3 points. So it brings Dead End up to 12 points. NZMRD sitting on 60. So we've got some very clever names in amongst the men's side. Probably one of my favourites is Filthy Whaka, and that's spelt W-H-A-K-A, which is a play on Māori language. So I promise I'm not swearing over the stream. So we've got Cuzzy and Vengeful. Vengeful through first. Dead End coming back to do some offense to help Cuzzy, but she's been run back by 0. And Cuzzy's now through. Vengeful on his scoring pass. He's using 0 as a bit of a battering ram. And pulls it off before Cuzzy's able to get any points. So we've got Sonic and Major Pain jamming. Dead End's doing well to hold up Major. Some good offense coming from Wild Buck though. Sonic doing well, gets past Filthy, gets past Citra, just has to get past Wild Buck. Some good recycling from the men's team. And a little bit of tumbling going on the track, but all in good fun. Oh, some good height changing from Major Payne there, making himself very small to get around the blockers. And Sonic gets hit out by Wild Buck, who is then hit out by one of the Dead End players. And Sonic is through, but not before the jam is called off. Doing very well there to get through that pack. So we've got 4-3, Psychedelicat, and Nobody, number 6-3, gearing up to jam this next jam. And we're already over halfway through the first half. Where has the time gone? I don't know. Psychedelicat using the inside line to get through. She gets lead. And some big cheers coming from the sideline. Nobody's been recycled back. Psychedelicat round the outside again for 4 more points. Or 4 points, I should say, on her first scoring pass. She's coming around now for her second scoring pass. Nobody's still struggling to get through. Being recycled all the way back by Evil. And Nobody's been assessed a cut penalty, so he's gone to the penalty box. Oh no, but Psychedelicat's just gone to the penalty box too. So Nobody's been released, which means that Psychedelicat will sit in the penalty box for the same amount of time that Nobody was in the penalty box for. Some good toe stop work from Nobody. Some good juking as well, gets around 1.725. So because Psychedelicat got sent to the penalty box, she lost her lead jammer status. So this jam will run for a full 2 minutes. There's about 10 seconds left in the jam. And that jam ends. So Dead End sitting on 20 points. NZMRD on 85 points. Five-second call, we've got Vengeful and Menace jamming. Vengeful is through as lead jammer. Menace is pushing her way through. She's a very hard hitter. And Citra hitting her while she's down. But she does get through. Not lead though. Vengeful stepping through on the inside line and calling it off. So we've got Major Payne lining up against Kamikaze. So the men are doing a 3-jammer rotation. Bit hard to do anything more than that when they've only got 11 players. Major Payne is through. Kama looking for some offense from her team. Major making it look nice and easy going on the inside line. Kamikaze's still trying to push her way through. It's been held up very well by Sweetness and McBain. Meanwhile, Major Payne is through for another 4 points. Kamikaze looking for some assistance from her team. She's getting a bit tired. She's working as hard as she can to try and get through. And she's done a star pass to Shotty, who is now taken on that jammer panty. Major Payne calling it off though before Shotty's able to get any points on the board. So a 14-point jam for Major Payne. Psychedelicat and Nobody lining up to jam. Nice little jump from Citra there as he's running back Psychedelicat. Psychedelicat round filthy, but just goes out. Nobody's been sent to the penalty box. Not sure what for, but he's sitting for some time. So Psychedelicat has gotten through. She's the lead jammer. She's been told to run the jam from the bench. So that's what she will hopefully do as best as she can. Nobody's standing in the box. Nobody's left the box. Psychedelicat looking a bit tired there. Nobody shoots through on the inside line on the apex. Psychedelicat's taken off her panty, even though she is the lead jammer. So she's put it back on, but I'm not sure if she still keeps lead jammer status with having taken off her panty. So it looks like the jam is going to run for a full 2 minutes. Nobody through for 4 points. Psychedelicat through for 4 points. And that's the end of the jam. Just under 6 minutes left to play this first half. And both teams scored 11 points for that jam. So we're sitting on 114 points to 31 in favour of NZMRD. And we've got an official review happening for the NZMRD team. so up and down at the moment with COVID, so we're very lucky that we are safe enough to be playing, and even luckier that we're able to stream these games so that the rest of you guys around the world can watch as well. So very exciting. Cutie Kills, Velociraptor, Cripple the Fun, Scathing Grace. So we're very lucky to be able to have these NSOs to help us with hosting a game. You do need many NSOs to host, just because there's so many different positions that require people not on skates, and that comes from keeping the score.
Are you watching? My team was just using the official review as a team timeout. Thank you.
And there we go. That was the result of the official review, just a team timeout, which is fair enough because they've only got 11 players, so they're probably getting pretty tired. Oh, some people taking a tumble there. So we've got Vengeful and Menace jamming. Vengeful through first. He's given lead jammer status. Menace is fighting her way through, but hard to get past McBain and Sweetness and Zero, who are doing a great job of holding her up. McBain's been sent to the penalty box. Wild Buck doing well to keep Menace out of play there. Vengeful through for 4 more points. Menace has taken off her panty, looking to potentially pass to 404, who's the pivot, but no need to. She does get through. And Vengeful has gone to the penalty box, so power jam situation for Dead End. Menace through for another 4 points. McBain returning to the track, so that gives the men an extra blocker. Dead End are trying to goat McBain, but he's such a big, strong guy. It's a hard one to try and contain. Vengeful is returning to the track, as is Wild Buck. Menace is through for another 4 points. Still got 25 seconds in this jam remaining. Menace taking a fall, getting hit out by Zero. Vengeful also being hit out by 505. And that's that jam there. Just over 3 minutes left to play. We've got Kamikaze and Major Pain jamming for each team. And we've got an official timeout happening. Oh, so there's been a little bit of a swap during this official timeout. So Nuesis is coming in to jam for the men. This will be his first jam of the game. Nuesis actually hails from, I believe, one of the countries in South America, and has played, might even be North America. I'm thinking maybe Mexico or maybe Colombia that he has played for. He's a very good player anyway, so it's good to see him jumping into that jammer position. Some nice pirouetting from Wild Buck. Looks like he's going to be doing a bit of offense on the dead end wall. Nuesis is doing some holding up of the jammer, Kamikaze. And now he's trying to get through. There we go. Nuesis is through first after doing some defense work against Kamikaze. Kamikaze being recycled all the way back into turn 3. Oh, Nuesis tries to do a little jump to jump over his own teammates and then takes a wee tumble there. But still gets through for 4 points. Kamikaze making her way through. She's been hit out again. She's been run back by Wild Buck. Nuesis has been assessed a penalty, so he's going to the penalty box for 30 seconds, which means that as he had lead jammer status, this jam will now run for 2 minutes because he will have lost that status. And number 45, who is Prince Harming, he takes a bit of a tumble. Jammer standing in the box for NZMRD. Kamikaze unfortunately has a little toe stop go out, so she has to be run back. Nuesis through for 4 more points. No, he's been assessed another penalty. Back to the penalty box he goes. Unfortunate for him. And there's 15 seconds left on the jam, so he will probably stay in the penalty box for the remainder of this jam and the start of the next jam. Kamikaze's still fighting her way through. She's doing well. She's looking tired, very jaded, but she's doing such a great job. And that's the end of that jam. Now we've got 45 seconds left on the clock. Nuesis is in the box. I lie, Nuesis has just left the box. Oh, and now he's been told to sit back down again because he's not actually allowed to leave the box. So power jam start for dead end. And we've got Evil Knievel jamming for dead end. Oh, does well to keep her toes in, but unfortunately puts both hands out of bounds. So therefore gets run back, but she is through again anyway, and she's lead jammer. Fighting her way past the men, does well, gets past for 4 points, takes a wee little tumble at the end there, but she's okay, and she calls it off before Nuesis is able to leave the box. And that's the end of the first half. So we've got a intermission break now for 15 minutes. Although it looks like everyone's setting up for another jam. We're not sure what's going on here. Looks like we may be doing another jam. Oh no, there we go. Half time. Here we go. Okay, so we will see you guys in about 15 minutes for the second half with NZMRD playing Dead End, currently 125 points to 49 in favour of NZMRD. My name is Nova, and we'll be back again very shortly. And we're back, guys. Welcome back to the second game of the day over here in Pahiatua Bush Multisport Stadium with NZMRD versus Dead End and Friends. So we've got just on 40 seconds to go until the time kicks off and we start the second half. We'll be starting with the NZMRD jammer in the box. So my name is Nova, for those who didn't catch it in the first half, short for Pushing Over You, and I'm your MC for today. Ten seconds until intermission is over. And we're just waiting for Dead End now so that we can start the second half. And we've got our jammers lining up to start. So it looks like we have Evil Knievel jamming for Dead End, and Oasis jamming for NZMRD, but he's in the box. Oh, and everyone thought it was time to go, but no, that's just the 30-second call. And we're away. Evil trying to push her way through the boys. Oasis is back on track. He's made it through and he's been called lead jammer. No, he hasn't. He's been assessed a cut penalty. He's going back to the box. Bye, Oasis. Evil being held up by Nobody and Sweetness. There we go, and she gets past. She's been called lead jammer. And now she comes through on her scoring pass for a power jam situation. Throwing her hips into the men's defence there. And she calls it off. Oasis still in the box. He is standing though. He's got 4 seconds to go by the looks of it. So we've got Kamikaze jamming for Dead End. Kamikaze is a Swamp City player. There's a few Swamp City players playing in the Dead End team because it is Dead End and Friends. And Oasis has been released. Kamikaze being recycled back. And Oasis has been assessed another penalty. Back to the penalty box he goes. He's racking up a whole lot of penalties here. He's not particularly happy about it, I think. And Kamikaze has been assessed a cut penalty, so she will go to the box. And we're just waiting because both jammers are sitting in the box. So normally what would happen if one jammer's in the box and the other jammer is sent to the box, the jammer that was in the box comes out of the box. And it looks like there may potentially be an expulsion here, which is why Oasis did not take to the track. Well, not an expulsion, but a fouled out, should I say, for having reached too many penalties. So that's unfortunate because NZMRD were already starting with 11 players, but they're already down in numbers now. Vengeful jamming for the men. Kamikaze back on track for dead end. Vengeful is through first and given lead jammer status. Vengeful takes a tumble, but he's back up very quickly and he's through for 4 points. Kamikaze's still fighting her way through though. Trying to get past Citra ass down. And Kazi doing a good little bit of blocking there on the outside line to stop Vengeful from getting past, but he does scoot through on the inside line. Kamikaze taking off her panty, looking to pass it to 666. And it's been a successful star pass to 666. That's Ziggy, who's now trying to get through the pack herself. Vengeful's been assessed a penalty and he's been sent to the penalty box. So he'll come back on track just before the end of this jam. Ziggy's through the pack. And that's the end of that jam. So NZMRD are down to 9 players because they've also had one of their other jammers, Major Pain, left at half time. We've got an official review happening here, or an official timeout. But as I was saying, NZMRD are down to 9 players, so it'll be interesting to see how they go in the second half as they get tired. With having little subs on the bench. It sounds like they're just having a bit of communication here because they're looking to bring Oasis back on track, who was fouled out, I believe. but they're going to bring him back on, which I think is fair, considering that Dead End have got 17 players and NZMRD currently sitting on 9 players. And it is just a friendly, fun game, so those official rules, although they are good rules, in this instance here we kind of want to help out the men's team as much as we can. Yeah, 5-second call. And we've got nobody jamming, along with, looks like Shotty. Nobody through the pack first. Shotty trying to follow nobody on the inside line, but gets knocked back by Citra. Nobody on his scoring pass. Shotty juking left and right, trying to get past the NZMRD players. And she does get through. Nobody through the pack for 4 points, and he's looking to see if he should call it, but the problem is that they don't have a bench manager telling them what to do, so he's just going to keep going. Although Shotty is on her scoring pass, has probably picked up a few points at this stage, but hasn't gotten through to claim all of those points just yet. Shotty's trying to challenge the links of the NZMRD tripod. Prince Harming's been sent to the penalty box. Shotty's being pushed out by Filthy. And that's the end of that jam, going for a full 2 minutes, but not really a high scoring jam. 10 points for NZMRD, 4 points for Dead End. Score is currently sitting at 146 to 54. And Menace is through his lead jammer, followed closely by Zero. Menace through for 4 more points. Zero through for 4 points. Ooh, Zero taking a big hit from 111 unit and recycled back. A little high five there from Zero to unit, just acknowledging that hit. Zero's pushing his way through. Some good chest blocking though from unit. And the jam is called off by Menace. So we've got Chop Chop lining up. Well, we've got a timeout happening. Looks like it's an official timeout. And Zero, who was jamming for the men, is currently sitting in the penalty box. So it looks like it's going to be a power jam start for Dead End. Dead End trying to goat Citra, but Citra is pushing himself through. Chop Chop still trying to fight her way through the pack. Gets past Wild Buck, but gets blocked by Filthy. Zero's back on track. Big hit to 666, that's Daggers. And he's been called lead jammer. Chop Chop's done a star pass to 666. So Daggers is, Ziggy, 666 Ziggy is now the jammer for Dead End. Forearm penalty assist to Zero, so he's gone to the penalty box with 38 seconds to go. He's lost that lead jammer status, so the jam will go for a full 2 minutes. So hopefully now Dead End can just focus on some offense to get their jammer Ziggy through. But Ziggy's been assessed a cut penalty, so she's going to the penalty box, which means that Zero is going to be released from the penalty box. There we go, he's just been released now. And there's 10 seconds on the clock. And that's the end of that jam. Timeout for Team White, that's the men. So we've just got a team timeout for the men, who probably very much need that timeout just for a little bit of a rest, with only having 10 players. Although possibly down to 9 again, because I'm aware that one of the players has got a bit of calf sprain that is dogging him a little bit. And that's the end of the timeout. So we're starting as a power jam for White. We've got Vengeful jamming for the men. And Ziggy is sitting in the penalty box. But she is standing rather in the penalty box. And looks like there may be potentially a star pass to Kamikaze, who is the pivot for Dead End. Vengeful fighting his way through, and Ziggy's just entered onto the track. Kamikaze is there to help. Looks like there's a no pack situation there. There we go. And there's another no pack. Pack is the back. Pack is the split pack. Pack is all. There we go. And Cuzzy has been given the panty. So she's now jammer. Vengeful coming through on a scoring pass. And he does get through for 4 more points. Kamikaze hit by 0, but manages to stay in. And Kamikaze's been assessed a cut penalty. She cut Nuasis, number 451. So she goes to the penalty box with just over 45 seconds to go. Vengeful through for another 4 points. So he's currently sitting on a 12-point jam. And Vengeful's been recycled back. And looked like there was a bit of a forearm there. So, and yes, it was indeed. The Vengeful's been sent to the box for a forearm penalty as Cuzzy's just actually returned to the track. So power jam situation for Dead End. And that's the end of that jam, so it will be a power jam start for Dead End, who have unit jamming. And we've got a timeout for Black. That's Dead End. And we're halfway through this second half. So we're going to have unit jamming to start this power jam start for Dead End. Vengeful is sitting in the box, so he's probably still got, I'd say probably another 20 seconds before he is ready to come out. And we're underway. Unit pushing hard, but Dead End is holding the pack back, making White bridge out. Unfortunately, doesn't quite work though, and Unit is recycled quite a way back. Vengeful has left the penalty box and is returning to the track, so we've got a bit of a bridging situation happening at the back. Shoddy there, who is the pivot, was doing some good feeding the fish to the pack. Some good work from Dead End there, just holding up Vengeful, but he is now through and he's been given that lead jammer status. Unit's still trying to get through. Takes a bit of a tumble there. Wild Buck goes with her. Vengeful is through for 4 points. Unit is almost through. She's doing very well. Just has to get past one more player, Prince Harming. And she does. So she's through for 4 points. Through the pack. No lead status given though. Now coming up to score points. And she does get through for 4 points. Phil's still going. He's been told to keep going. We're just waiting to see what's happening here. BRB guys, I will be back in a second. Just need to go and do some medicing. Okay fam, we back. We've got Menace jamming as well as Nobody. Nobody is lead jammer. And he's just called it off. So Menace got 4 points that jam. Nobody on 12 points. And just in case anyone's asking, the skater that went down is okay. She's very hypermobile and just tweaked her ankle the wrong way, but she's okay. She's got a bit of ice on it, she'll be fine. So we've got Chop Chop and Vengeful jamming. And Vengeful's through, being given lead jammer status. Chop Chop got sent to the penalty box, probably for a cut penalty, I'm assuming. Vengeful entering the pack on his scoring pass. Takes a big tumble there. And he's been assessed. The refs are discussing while he's still going around the track, just asking what's happening there, but he has not been assessed a penalty or a big hit for Chop Chop as she enters back onto the track. And Chop Chop is through. Big round of applause for her. And the jam is called off before she's able to score any points, but she did get through the pack, and everyone is very happy about that. So well done, Chop Chop. And we've got Kamikaze jamming for Dead End and Zero jamming for NZMRD. And Zero has been given lead jammer status. Kamikaze still fighting her way through. Zero through for 4 points. Kamikaze's been sent to the penalty box, so she's going to sit there for 30 seconds. And it looks like the men have goated Sonic, who was jamming in the first half. Now she's blocking, so she's going to be using all of her jammer skills to try to get past the guys to join up with her tripod there to help them out against Zero. Having a bit of fun out there by the looks of it. Sonic's got a big grin on her face. And Zero's been assessed a penalty. So he's going to the penalty box as Cuzzy comes out of the penalty box. So power jam situation for Dead End. And there's been a star pass to Psychedelicat, number 43. And she gets through just as Zero returns back to the track. 2-minute jam this time around, seeing as Zero, who did have lead jammer status, was sent to the bin. He's through for 4 points. Psychedelicat is through for 4 points. And that's the end of that jam. So Dead End happy to get some more points on the board. NZMRD having broken that 200-point mark, sitting at 217 points to Dead End's 76. And we've got Menace jamming with Nobody, and Menace doing a bit of taunting on the jammer line there with Nobody. Wild Buck jamming. And Wild Buck is through. Oh, Menace taking a bit of a tumble, trying to get slowed down by Wild Buck. Wild Buck calling it off. Did Menace manage to score some points? She did. 2 points added to the board. Team timeout for White. And we've got just over 5 minutes left of this half till the end of the game. Bit of chatting going on from both teams over with the officials, so potentially an official timeout for an official review rather than a team timeout. But I don't know, I'm just the commentator, so who knows. And for those who are listening, if we can get some fishes in the chat to support our officials. So I don't really know whether to fill this time with talking or silence. To be fair, don't really have that much left to talk about. How's the weather over where you guys are at? It's nice and sunny over here in Pahiatua. Probably hitting low 20 degrees today, Celsius that is. Yeah, great time.
Black had asked for, well, Black had requested an official review. They had asked for a cutting track penalty on the wide jammer. However, upon review by the referees, a no pack situation had been called at that time, so there was no cutting track penalty to be awarded. Black have lost their official review. Thank you.
And there we go. So it was an official review for Black. They will not retain their referral though. So we've got Unit lining up to jam, as well as Citra Arse down. Five-second call. Unit getting hit out by 0. Run back by nobody. Citra trying to push the blockers over. And he's through, but it is a no pass, no penalty, so he is not lead, which means that if Unit gets through, she gets the ability to have lead jammer status and the ability to potentially call off the jam. She has taken off her panty, however, so I believe that ability to get lead jammer status is gone. So she's looking to maybe do a star pass. And we've got another player down. All skaters are taking a knee. Down skater's getting up though. Bit slow, but she is up. I think a bit of a back block there, which are not fun to receive. we're just waiting on the officials here before we resume play. And we're getting ready to start the next jam. We've got Vengeful and Kamikaze jamming. And Black's doing very well to hold up Vengeful, while Kamikaze got sent to the penalty box. And Vengeful's been assessed a forearm penalty, so he's off to the penalty box as Kamikaze returns to track. Kamikaze doing well to get around the players, tries to jump just on the inside line. Sweetness and Prince Harming holding her up. She's trying to challenge the links there. And Kamikaze is through, and there's a big cheer from the crowd and from the bench. Vengeful's back on the track and ready to be scoring some points. Kamikaze being recycled all the way back to turn 3. And that's the end of that jam. We've got 2 minutes left on the clock. So we've got Citra and Menace jamming. Oh, too easy. Menace through on the inside line. Citra following close behind though. Getting chased down, but he's just a bit too quick. Menace coming up for her scoring pass. Straight into the end of Nueces, but she calls it off. Hopefully before Citra's able to score any points. He does a lovely pirouette. Citra does not score any points. I believe that was a 0-0 score jam for that one. And we've got Chop Chop jamming, who takes it on the inside line. And she's super ecstatic about that, as is everyone else. And we've got just on 30 seconds left on the clock. Nobody is also jamming. He's trying to get past the blockers and tries to do an apex jump. Unsuccessful though. We haven't seen many apex jumps this game. Chop Chop trying to fight her way through on his scoring pass. She's passed 2-3 of the blockers. And she's got them bridged out, so all she has to do is keep pushing them out. She's just got to keep pushing. And she's through. There we go, 4 points. The crowd goes wild. And that's the end of period time on the clock. So Chop Chop is looking to call it, and she does so. So that was the last jam. We'll just wait on the official score. The unofficial score is 233 points to 86. So NZMRD taking this one out quite convincingly. These guys played at the Regional Rumble, which we had a couple weekends ago in Taupō. They had an exhibition match against a mashup of players from Regional Rumble and had a win against them. So the men are on a winning streak. And it looks like the final score is 233 to 86. NZMRD versus DED and Friends. So thank you guys very much for tuning in and watching some derbs with us today. I know that I definitely enjoyed myself. I hope you guys enjoyed watching as well. Until next time, my name is Nova. This is me signing off, and we'll see you at the next one. Catch you later.